Alrighty, Doc here from North America. Let's see, do we have this? Do we don't have this? Start streaming. Let's see if we got the right line plugged in. Do we have the right line plugged in? I think we do. I can't tell. Let me just double check here. Let's kill that. And let's go to that. Let's see. Trading, trading, trading. There we are. And let's see if we have sound. 1, 2, and 3. I see we have picture. Do we have sound? I can't tell if we have sound or not. I don't hear anything particular. Yep, there it is. I hear it. Okay. We are up and live. Excellent. TGIF traders, thank God it's Friday. It's another fun-filled last day of the week. That's what it is. Another fun-filled day and last day, and they just did the unemployment numbers. We saw a really ugly number this morning. We saw, not in the unemployment numbers, and the unemployment numbers seem to be okay. We saw a strange article. European funds post stunning 8.835 billion in trading losses for first half of 2020. Wow. Obviously, no matter how hard the Swiss work, they're like one of the only ones making money over there, or what? I mean, that's really ugly. Um, I just want to show you that article. It's like, whoa. And I didn't get a chance to dissect it, so I don't know how deep or whatever, in the sense of not whatever, but in the sense of, and there it is there, the chart. Let's see what that chart does. It's the estimated net sales by asset type, and so they've lost almost $1 trillion in investing. It's putting a face to some of the very real economic impact from the virus. European funds that suffered a combined, what is that, 706.4 billion in euros in trading losses, 835 billion in dollars. Okay, first half of 2020. Wow. I'm sure that they made money back from this whole thing because it's come, a lot of our assets have gone up. It says managed by the European fund industry saw both losses and first quarter outflows falling to 11.2 trillion in euros from 12.3, about $1 trillion. That's not that surprising. It's at 10%. That's pretty good. It's less than 10%, so it's not the worst. But just the fact that we keep on seeing things like this on the European Union, it's a little disappointing. Again, we were hoping as traders back in the 80s, that the European Union was going to become the United States of Europe, compete with the dollar, take a lot of that dollar pressure off of us. I know it's hard to believe. A lot of people don't understand that we want less responsibility for the global markets and the dollar. I know that sounds really odd. Rocos Juicy, sound okay. Excellent. Thank you for giving a confirm there. I appreciate that. And TGIF to you, too. Yes, indeed. Let's see. So I guess what we're seeing now is, let's see how they categorize the employment number. Did they do that yet? If the market never goes down, the system is doomed. I just saw a headline just come out there a few minutes ago. I guess they're starting to challenge the idea of growth. I think what it really comes down to is no one really talks about asset inflation. So in other words, they have all these cute little wheelbarrows of money trying to buy a loaf of bread in the, where, Mark, is it? Germany in the 1920s and 30s. But they don't really talk about asset inflation in 2008, That's the one that I keep on talking about. and I don't really hear too much except for bubble, bubble, bubble. Well, we're not seeing a lot of the assets being the most active products, but what we are seeing is a top tier of 10 or so that are literally, there you go, a lot of L's in that, literally carrying a lot of the indexes up. So that is part of the adventure that we do see. All right, let's go over into the currencies. Let's see how they're doing. We'll start off with that. How about that Turkish lira, huh? Playing with the 40s now? Oh, but came down into the 718, so they're backing off a little bit. But this thing had really just ripped to the moon, Alice. I was like, oh my God, what's I mean, I guess what it came down to is we saw. I read this article and I saved it. It had something to do with tourism in Turkey and how they're very disappointed now that it didn't really get the grip that everybody was hoping for. And besides drilling in the wrong place, but striking, but making, finding natural gas or something of that nature, combined a couple of things. Unfortunately, President Aragon is really having his that management issue with the economy. He's doing a real good job with the spiritual side of Turkey. He's he's able to control a great amount of Turkey through its spiritual side, but when it comes to the economics, it's not doing too good there. Under his command as prime minister and president, it's gone from 1.5 to 7.5 almost now. So it's like, ow. Yeah, the currency's really made a tough move. Let's see if we can find our Dookie Day Forex. There it is right there. Okay. Now let's take a look at the Turkish lira, just because it's jumped so high, so fast again, like yesterday. And maybe it'll chill it out a little bit over the weekend and realize, okay, yeah, this is just the way it is, and just a circumstance there. Yeah, look at that. They took it all the way up to 737. They didn't get to the 750. They got up to 737 and change, and you can see it's moving down today. That's not too bad there. Oh, let's go show you over here. But everything else is holding up. We're going to go to the 36th week now and a weekly buy. 36 weeks and a weekly buy. Boy, what kind of, isn't that something? Abhay, okay, Kadar. How about that? Hello, the sound is very low. Can you turn up a little bit? How about that? All right, tell me if that sounds better. Is that any better? Can you hear me now? See if that's doing. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Sorry about that. If anybody does hear stuff and problems like that, let me know and we'll wrestle with it. Try to get it to work right. Because Doc's jumping around with a bunch of computer screens and looking at a lot of different things, and I do need the help. Trust me. I am happy when people give me input. Input and questions are my creed. I love it. So anyway, there's the Turkish lira. Let's jump over to let's see. I'm here. Yeah, and now it's better. Cool. Just keep us keep on sending stuff in. I'm happy to see it. Trust me, and we'll answer any questions you have too at the same time. So let's go over to the euro. Take a look and see how the euro is looking here this morning. I saw it was firm. It had jumped into a buy. You can see that on line 14 on our spreadsheet there. It was now 2 days in a daily buy and 11 weeks in a daily buy. So let's go find, did I find it on the J4X first? No. Let's move it back over to the J4X. Let's find Turkish euro against the dollar. A little weakness there, nothing major. And let's see how our lines are looking. We've come up with a new tool. We removed the rate of change. Look at that. That purple line is very fascinating. So it looks like there's a little strength in there, still battling its way in. We'll see how that goes. Now, you see it right. No, you can't see it right there. Let's change that. There we are, doing that little rollover. See how the purple line's trying to do the same little rollover here? If it's not the dotted line, it's the purple line starting to emulate. One or the other goes back and forth. It's very interesting, and it's not contradictory to each other, which is really nice. Let's see. Juicy says it seems that the advance of the euro is being capped around 119. Hard to say. It hasn't been around this area that long. If it stays here for like a week, yeah. But if it it's only been. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe let's take a look at that. You may be right about that. I just looked over and saw 6, 7 days ago, right there. So that was back on the last Friday. So last Friday it went up, hit it, came down for a couple of days, and now it's tapped in there. Yeah, yeah. I guess you're right. That's a good point. That's a really good point. It is kind of banging around in there, just like it did here. And then maybe what we'll see is some type of action like that, and then a very shallow uh, uh, depreciation. In other words, the price will drop mildly. You can see here we had this was at the top of the range there, and we started to play with a daily sell, and we did. We went into a daily sell, but we were staying in the weekly buy, so wasn't a short. It was just take a cover or a hedge at that point. Nothing more than that. You take a profit, but you don't get short in that. And so we'll see what this does. See if it does the same thing and then makes that lift. I think it was not 54. He was going the other way. Who was it? Daniel? Daniel was talking 125 for a long while. No, I like that. It does. It seems to show. You pointed out something very interesting. That makes sense. Just like that there. This here, that there, and then did its little topping thing. And we've done the same thing here, doing the same type of pattern here. We'll start to look to see if we see some red dots here. Going over to J4X, let's look at the same characteristic. See how the purple line was at the same point. We start to get some red bars there. White line has dipped once, trying to come back up again. It did a little dingly thing there, like that. Now it's much stronger. So the bigger question is, are we halfway through, or a quarter of the way through the correction? Whereas this went on for 3 weeks, it may not go on for 3 weeks. We'll see what it does. It's a really good point. Let's see it does it if it hits the 119 again and then breaks through it and jumps into the 21s. Does Daniel and a few of the others who thought that it might go to 125 see the 125? That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. All right. Where do we go? Okay. Okay, so big roll. Okay, so let's see what they said about the payroll thing. It says payroll number smashes expectations, 1.6 million jobs added. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, Trumpy's a salesman. He loves. Look, he's a real estate guy. He's a salesman. He's always been that way. Builds skyscrapers. He's always got a. I remember. I'll tell you a simple little story about Trump and the way he he goes out and says this. The numbers could be big. He's always pushing stuff like that. So it's not more insider information with him. That's his nature. But I had a friend. I was working for him for a couple of years. It was a hedge fund. And his brother-in-law, I'm trying to think how he struck it. He made like over $1 billion on something. And so his brother-in-law did. And this is I was working for this hedge fund. And this guy, he was doing good money. But his brother-in-law struck it. Made a couple $1 billion on something. I forget what it was now. Anyway, he bought, I guess it was on the Trump Tower in New York. He bought the second most expensive condominium. And he was like, I think a floor or two below Trump, and in the same building. And I guess it was the one at 52nd, 57th and Madison Avenue, right in between. So I guess that's what it was like, the corner of the park in a sense. Not the corner of the park, but it is a corner in the park. And so great view, the whole bit. And Trump was just a master of selling these things. Matter of fact, I think what he did is he bought 2 condominiums underneath Trump, and he had a 2-story condominium, for like 100 and some odd million or 70 million or something like that. And Trump, that and I remember hearing the stories. I don't want to get deeper into it, but Trump was just selling these things. Doing really good at selling them. He's a salesman. He's a restaurateur. And would you believe that Trump's casino assets was only 1% of all his assets? That's why it's always absurd when I say he went bankrupt. He didn't go bankrupt. I mean, the guy is a salesman. And by the banks who bought them from Trump, they went under. They're the ones. But they had his name on there. They were paying him to keep the name on there. So anyway, you fast forward to today's news. Job numbers, Trump's out there, we're going to do good. Numbers are going to be bigger. Classic Trump. He's a real salesman. So that's the type of guy he is. He's always out there pushing something. Now, he's not pushing junk. That's the thing. He's always pushing good stuff. He's a like I said, he's a salesman. He's a real estate guy. He's got to sell his real estate or rent the real estate. That's what his job is to do. He builds skyscrapers. He sells skyscrapers. Not many people can build skyscrapers and sell skyscrapers. Well, they can sell the skyscrapers, but to build them, that's the real key right there. That's a challenge. All right, that's enough of the Trump, and that's enough of what is going through the guy's mind when he says stuff like, Trump was right, big payroll number smashes expectations. Excuse me. That's the nature of the guy. I don't have any problem with it. He's selling America right now. That's what he's into. He loves America. He's selling America. He's made billions of dollars being in business. Why would he not love America? It makes all sense to me. All right, let's get past that. And I do agree with the Euro analysis there from the two traders there, from Juicy and from Kadar. It has an interesting it's an interesting look at it. We'll have to keep an eye on that, because look at that big on the J4X. See that big swing down? It's already done something like that there. I mean, look at that. So I mean, are we going to see maybe one day a red or two, and then it goes up and launches? Could be. We're 11 weeks in a weekly buy, 2 days in a daily buy. This product, follows the math very well. So, don't doubt it. Don't fight it. Hello, 54. Don't fight it. Okay, here we go. Let's go over to the cable. Let's see what the cable is doing here today. And there's the cable. Back in the 30s or below the 30s? Yeah, it's holding up very firm too. Doing the same thing. And there we are, 3 weeks in a buy, 2 days in a buy. That thing is also showing some life to it. Let's see how it looks in Chicago Quant. Right there. The daily is dancing along. The weekly is holding up very fine. Let's see, what else can I point out about that? Oh, you can't see it. Let's see. Let's go right there. There we are. So it's holding up pretty well there. And you can see here it's trying to bounce off of the dotted line. In many ways has the attributes of the zero line here. So you can see it's trying to bounce off of it in J4X here, which is pretty cool, just like it did here. See? And it might be a day behind, but it's better than having nothing, traders. In other words, this is the closest you're going to get to actually seeing my something that emulates my math. These combinations, fast and slow stochastics, hinky ashy bars, and the rate of change from John Bollinger's bandwidth thing. So my favorite cameraman. And that's what's going on there. All right. Let's see. What else do we got to go with? Let's see. I guess that's about it. I guess we can jump over to where do we go from there? Anybody want to see anything particular? MHB. What happening? Hello, hello. It's TGIF. I hope you have a nice weekend. I hope everything goes nicely. Anybody want to see anything particular? We've seen the euro. We've seen the cable. We've looked at the Turkish lira. But if anybody needs to see them again, I will do them again. If not, we can go over to Canada and see what's going on with the Canada. Canada. Right there. And what are they doing with that? It wasn't a cell. Oh, it still might be in a cell. Let's see how my work is. That's line 20. It's 3 days in a cell with 3 weeks in a cell. And what's it doing there? It's acting strong there. We got some green going just like J4X does today. Look at that. They're in sync. And it's going and touching the 0 line here. You can see here it has broken through the purple line. And like I said, sometimes it acts like a 0 line, and sometimes it acts like, both the purple and the dashed lines do a good job of giving you a heads up. So you see this thing busting through it, you think, some strength. And you see a little green there, some strength. And then you go and look at Doc's work, and look at it. It is showing life like trying to play with a daily buy. So it's a good tool. And if it was piercing the dashed line, it would be like the same thing, And so that's pretty cool. So we'll see what they do with this, see if they get this rolling along, throughout the trading day here. Let's see, Seed of Life in Universe. Okay, what's up with that? Let's get that off the page so I can see the chat line again. And what I'll do is I will go like, where is it at? I'll go like that, and then go like that. There we are. Now I can see the chat line again. Oh, hey, Stefan, how you doing? GBP, oh, wait a minute. We got one right above that, and then we'll go to Stefan. Let's see, dollar, oh, is that gold? Let's take a look at gold. We'll head into gold real quick, and then from there we'll go to Stefan with GBP and so forth. Okay, here we go. Let's go to gold. Let's see what the gold is. You know what I saw? I think it was playing with the red this morning. I did. I think gold was playing with red. I think I sent it out this morning in the charts for Chicago Quant, and it was showing red. Let's go find it right there. See what that's doing right there. You can see that weakness there. And then let's go over to here, and let's do, where are you? Where is you? Right there. No, you know what it was? Was it silver? I guess it was silver. I think silver was showing red, not gold. So, okay, let's see. I've answered Bahandra or Jodi. I'll go with Jodi. How's that? That sounds easy. So that's gold. Gold's holding up pretty well. But let me just show you silver really quick. Silver is rolling over. I know one of them I sent out this morning in the charts. Let me go take a look. There it is. Yes, see, that's what it was. It's silver. Silver's putting a little pressure in. What did it do? Go up to almost 30? Did it go to 30 or is that 29? Went up to 29. A little pressure in there. Look at that on our work there. And you can see over in J4X yet. It hasn't started the red yet, but look at that. The purple line is being pierced by the white fast-moving stochastic. And you can see the breakdown starting to develop. And this will start to show it in the J4X soon. Now, let's slide down to GBP Swiss. Let's go check that real quick. And then we go from there back over to gold again. And then, okay, let me see what he says there. Gold was red, but now is on the sleep level. No, you know what it was? It was silver that was taking the hit it on the chin. It's not the gold, which is really curious there. Now, let me just do the GBP because I like to do everybody in line. So GBP Swiss, we'll take a quick look at that, and then we can go back to gold again and dissect that a little bit deeper. See if it's starting to do some type of rollover. Let's see, what was that? GBP Swiss. GBP Swiss right there. Do we have that on the spreadsheet too? No, we have GBP Yen on the spreadsheet. Do we do that at all? GBP, yeah, we do have a spot where once in a while someone asks about it and we throw it in there. All right, so there is that. You can see this is breaking down, so we're starting to see a little sloppiness in the action. So that's good. You're short it, right? Now let's go find it on our Dukascopy page here. Let's go see GBP. Let's see if I can find it here. I'm sure we have it. There's yen, GBP yen. There it is right there. Because I know someone asks for it every so often. We keep one in there. Okay, so look at this. You can see we'll widen it out a little bit. It has been kind of playing down and it popped up, and now it's trying to break down again. So now the problem is that we're in weekly buys for 2 weeks here. So that's the rub of it all, or is it 3 weeks? Let's go just take a look at that. That is so yeah. Okay, so it's been in a buy for 3 weeks from there. So let me just put that in there real quick. And solid this this this. Okay, and so it's been in a weekly buy ever since it went into the daily buy here. It's been in a weekly buy, and then it went into the daily buy there, but we had to wait for a couple hours to get the confirmation of it. So it had a nice little pop, and now it's flirting with the sell, but be careful, short. We're still in a weekly buy, and so if anything, if you had ridden the up, you want more of not a short as much as you want to take a profit. I think that's the way you want to play that there. You lost almost $97,000 in gold short. Ooh. Oh, you don't want to do that. Why would you? Well, no, you don't want to do that. Let's see. MHB says gold was red, but now on no, I'll tell you. We've been hitting it really well with it. Oh, and thank you for some of that 97,000. Let me see. Where's it at here? Let's go to that again. Let's just take a look at gold. We've been in gold so bullish for so long. Even in our J4X, look at the way it keeps on bouncing up. You can't be short it. Well, I mean, you can be short it, and you're going to lose some Del Rey made. Let's see. Let's go to our work. Where's gold again? Now, I thought that was curious. And you know what is also interesting this morning is platinum was holding some strength. Boy, when's the last time I was able to talk about platinum and gold in the same webinar? Honest to God, it's been a while. And then let's go back to gold again. Now, silver's trying to roll over a little bit. We've been in a weekly buy in this thing for a while. You can't be short it. I hope. Who's that with the whack? Jody? Is that Jody? Am I saying your name right? Jody? Or Vadera? Let's see. Or Indian rupee. Okay. Yeah. So I guess what you want to do is, I mean, you want to tune into our webinar and try to stay on the right side of the markets here. The weeklies will give you the right side of the market there. I'm not sure what all this is about. Oh, I know what it was. We were doing full lines. That's what it was. So let's just go like that. Turn that off. Turn that off as a full line. We were looking at the dailies and just comparing them. I guess it was up top for a webinar. We were doing something, an example. But we've been in a weekly buy since April 13th. So it's really hard to... We did, in the front month, it did go into a sell for 1 week right here, but went right back into the buy again. So, you're welcome to tune in and ask questions because that's an expensive lesson. This is your first webinar, isn't it? Oh, okay. Well, welcome. We love questions. We love talking to people. We have, we're here every day for an hour. And so, we show you our Chicago Quant charts right here. And, we have a website for that. That's what our gig is basically now. We've been doing Dukascopy webinars for over 8 or 9 years now. And it's a fun place to be. It's a lot easier than dealing with Bloomberg and CNBC and listening to the stupidity, And, it's a good place to be. Entry at 2062. Now, what do you do? What do you do in MHP? Let's make sure I'm not skipping anybody too. Okay, so we took care of GBP CHF. We talked gold. We're talking gold now. Let's see, gold was red. Okay, I lost. Okay. Oh, here we go. Noons is looking for dollar Swiss. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the dollar Swiss. And I think I've answered anybody's questions. And if you have more of them, you can repeat. You can look. I mean, if you say I didn't see the GBP dollar, we'll go right back to it and we'll show you what our work says. Let me go back to, what are we looking for? Swiss. So we'll go to the Chicago Quant chart first. In this case, because I'm there, because we are there. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? For those who have children. Right there it is right there. You can see it's trying to bounce up also. You got a little volatility indication going on right there. And now let's go take a look at that on J4X. And J4X is a good tool to try to emulate our work. If you follow, we keep on building better tools, public tools with the J4X, so that people can use the J4X when during the trading day, when they're not able to see us. Because of Dukascopy, we only do an hour, and then obviously, you have other remedies there, but I don't want to push it too hard. But you can see there, you can see it's having issues, right? Because it's breaking down in here. But you see our green is kicking out right there. We are seeing a little firmness, just like in our math, where we're getting our volatility signals, and we can see our white line is trying to move up and show the strength on our Chicago Quant Technologies website. All right, charts. Let's see where we at. What's the problem you are using on top? Let's see. What is the platform? Oh, that is my proprietary mathematics, and we've been around here using it for almost 8 or 9 years now. With Dukascopy, we show it. I've been using it myself for almost 40 years. I think it's since '81. I've incorporated it into the market. So what year are we in? 2020, right? So 39 years. I invented it in 1977 when I was at Hatfield. I went there to use the mainframe for a half a year and got incredible amount of runtime, and I was able to develop my math to measure moving objects without interfering with them. I was fighting the Higgs boson back then. I disagreed with the premise of the Higgs boson. I just said it was just another slice of breaking the atomic particles smaller, but it's not telling us anything. And in the end result, $16 billion later, we haven't learned anything more than we already knew back in 1977. So that's what that is up top. Am I saying your name right? Giotti? Or should I say Vaderi or Baderi? Anderi, something like that. Am I saying it? Am I getting close on any way of describing your words? I can call you JB at the same time if you want. So that's what the top one is. And then what we do is we take the J4X down below and we try to make it emulate it. So this is the Hinky-ASCII. This is a fast-moving stochastic, and you can see the parameters right there as I highlight them, the 5 and the 3. And then you can see the dotted line is a slow-moving stochastic, and you see it as a 9, 6, and 1. And then you see the purple, which we've just incorporated in, trying to use that standard deviation to match our time manifolds right here. These are our time manifolds. Let's make them thicker. The time manifolds there. And you notice when they get to the top of the time manifolds, once they break through them again, there's usually weakness, that type of thing. See it each time? And it's confirming, and usually it has a trend and it follows it. And so we use all our tools here. The histogram is the 0 line. When the white line breaks through it, you see the strength. You see the strength. You see the strength. In this case, here it's sideways. Underneath is a weekly signal. This is the main theme right here. So the first thing you do when you look at Doc's work, you're looking at Chicago Quant work right here, what you do is you look to see where we are in a weekly buy or a weekly sell. In this case here, it's been in a weekly sell. What product is this again? Oh yeah, this is Swiss. All right, so the Swiss has been in a weekly sell since here. So it's telling us that the weekly trend is down, okay? And then each week we reconfirm that signal by the close of each week. And so, it stays in a sell with that pink line there. And so you only can sell it short, but not, and the buy signals, you only cover your shorts. Like here, it goes up, you don't get long here, you just take your profit from the trade there, or from the profit from the trade there. You know, you get a little green line in here, so you make that a little bit brighter like that. There we are. So, you know, you go into a short here because we're in a weekly sell. When you start to see green dots and you see the dotted line here, it's telling you that we put the dotted line in to tell you basically you're watching the white line go back up through the time manifold and go through the zero line. It means to take a profit from the short up in here. And that's how our work works. Our work works. We work. Okay. I hope that helped you out. Giotти? Okay, we'll call you Giotti. That's cool. JB is okay. I like that. That's cool too. It's a lot easier for me. JOT. I like that. Yeah, I agree. I like that. That's cool. Hey, you're talking like in the hood now, right? MHB, the paint man. All right. All right. Gold, $4 booked, half closed and half out, broke even. Oh, what are you doing? You getting long or short in that thing? You shorting it? What's gold doing again? You got me looking at gold again. That's cool. And I just want to make sure I answered Stefan. Everything good there, Stefan? If you have any other questions, fire them away. Don't be afraid. Let's see. I would open a position there. It would be short. Right, exactly. Because the math has been telling us that. Now, today, you can see we're going to the close of the week, so it's going to be 11 in our fact check sheet right there. Right there, line 21. That's what the sheet does. This is our fact check sheet. It follows our math. We fill this in to match this. So you can go back to previous webinars and you can see like that was a 9 and an 8 and a 7 and a 6 and so forth. And so we are always documenting our math at the same time live. How many market technicians are documenting their market analysis live every day in front of everybody? So you get a real track record of our work by just looking at the fact check sheet. Is that cool or what? The fact check sheet. And that's what we're doing. We're documenting like Turkish lira. We've been 35 weeks in a weekly buy now and 8 days in a daily buy. And, let me just brag a little bit. Let's go right there. And you can tell, it's been going up. And when you look at it, boy, has it been going up. And then when you go and look at it through our Chicago Quant chart, it's really, really going up. Really, really, really. Like in Zoolander, really. I don't even see where did the line go? We had a line in there a couple of days ago. Where did our line go? It's 35 days back. Now, why don't I see it? Where'd it go? So we've been in a buy for 35 weeks. So what's that? 15 weeks away from. So that would be where are we at now? We are in August, right? So it's almost like the first of the year. We've been in a weekly buy, right? 15. How many weeks left for the rest of the year? So we have, let's say, 4 in September, 4 in October, 4 in November, 4 in December. So 4 times 4 is 16. All right. So let's see, 16 minus. So it's like February. So we've been in a weekly buy. I don't know what happened to the weekly buy line, but we're just going to throw that up there. Let's see. We'll put it in here somewhere. I mean, we could count it back. Why? What happened? They won't do it even. What's up with that thing? Now, why won't it remove? Let's see. Did we shift something? Remove. Huh. What is going on there? Indicator. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Which one's off? That one's off. So where's 7? Ah, I see. So remove that. There we go. Okay. Now let's see if we can do it. So somewhere's in here. We've been in a weekly buy since like way back there. Whoa, wrong color. Right there. I mean, to me, that's wild, wild, and wilder, And then you move up to there, widen it out, and you can see, we went into the buy here, and then the product went zoom. So let's see. JB says next is Euro 50 in short. Well, let's take a look at the Euro 50. I was following that for somebody for the Chicago Quant. We had that in there for a while. I think that's FER here. Let me see if I can find it. I think I just deleted. I might have deleted it. Let's see. We were following that for somebody for a month. And let's go to the J4X. There's BABA. Yeah, we deleted it. Okay, so let's do this. There's the DAX. And you can see it's trying to break down into a sell, the DAX here. It did it here once. We went into a sell. And then we went right back into the buy the following week there. Let's see. Pink. Okay. And then that's the buy, and it's going into the sell. Now let me see if I can put that in there. Let's do this real quick. And let's see if we can find it on here too at the same time so you can see it through this. And that is the Euro 50, right? The Euro 50. There's the DAX. There's the dollar. There's the cable. Hong Kong. That is the... could that be it right there? That's the Nifty 50 from India. Let's see. Where's the Euro 50? I know I was following it for somebody. Let me just see if I can stick this back in there on this chart. It's FER, I believe it is. Huh. Obviously not. What is that? I have to go find the symbol on the Euro 50. Euro 50 in short. Let's see. Gold, $11 more booked. Total booked. Are you shorting that thing? Is that what it is? $15 move. What a day today. Wow. Well, it's been rock and roll, that's for sure. Let's see. Where is gold? And then we'll go try to find the Euro 50. Euro 50. Wonder if I can punch that in. If I put 50. Indy 50. S&P 500. Anybody know what the symbol is for Euro 50? Like I said, I know. It was the STOX. That's what we were doing. Let me see if I can go find that. What was that? It was FRE? Let me try that. FRE maybe. FR. I think this is it. FRB. And then we'll go look it up. No data. Let's see. I know I found it. Let me see if I can find it. 50. Euro 50 ETF. No, not ST. There it is. Euro Stock 50 ETF. And I know I had it plugged in because I've been sending it out. Let's see what that does it. What is it? Let's try getting rid of that altogether. So Euro 50 ETF. Let's try that one more time. FEZ, that's what it was. FEZ. F E Z. That's what it was. There we go. Now it's going to fill in. F E Z. There we go. Okay, now there we are. And you can see it there. It's trying to bounce up today. Well, it's been in a daily buy for 4 days there. And then, but it's, oh, I see. It's pushed into the weekly sell again. Not there. Was that there? Yes. It pushed into it there, but then it pushed it back into the weekly buy there, or daily buy there. So it wasn't, you weren't able to be shorted all week. Because that did go into the sell there. And then, let's see, so it's done that. It's kind of a little choppy, isn't it? And then let's go back a little bit further on this thing. I think I have the wrong mouse. There we are. So it was in a buy since here for this move up. And then it went into the sell up in here. Then went back into the buy. Kind of sloppy, you know, but then it goes into the sell here. And let's see. That can be moved out of the way. And that went into the sell there with that. And could it, yeah, so it went into the buy there. And then the sell there. And then where's the buy here? Is it there? Is it there? There's the buy right there. Couldn't go into a sell because we didn't get, you know, we had red and green dots, that type of thing. And then that one was a plus. So it went into the buy for this move here. And then it's in the sell there. And right there is the buy. Right there's the buy again. And then the sell is back here. Yeah. And so you can see it kind of, it's okay. It's kind of choppy. You see what I'm saying? Let's do this. Let's get rid of that again. Am I answering all the questions? If anybody is not, just punch it out there again. Let's see. Euro EUS IDX. Okay, let's try that. EUS IDX. EUS. Right there. Interesting. Wow. Choppy in that too. And that's what we're looking at right there on our work. Right there. See the same thing. So, yep, that's it. And you can see here, it did that little green thing. It's kind of trying to lift through. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, we're in a buy anyway for the last 4 or 5 days. Is that 4 days? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And the reason why it didn't go into the sell is because it was a green dot. But it's in a weekly sell, so you don't want to be long it. Not right now, no. It's been in a weekly sell since last week, right there. Let's make that thickerish. Not the most exciting product, is it? Like that. And then we can fix this one. Make that. There we are. I guess we get a little bit thicker on that, right? Wait. There we go. And then the crazy sell one more time. Real and choppy. Now where's that? Was the buy there? It had slipped into a sell here and then went back into the buy. Let's just move it over a little bit to see. See, it was in the sell here and it fell down. Went into the buy here, but it went sideways. No, wait a minute. Okay, so it went into the buy here. Then it went into the sell again here off of this little weakness and then went right back into the buy and caught the second move. So, yep, I appreciate that. Thank you, JB. And so I hope that helped out. Now, have I answered everybody's question? Let's see. MHB is rocking and rolling in the gold. Let's see. Book first. Wow, nice. Nice and nice. Let's see. Let's go take a look at that. I am tempted to get a day chart up there just to take a look and see. Copy. let's see, copy this page, file, paste this page, and let's slide. Let's go like this. It's an intraday chart I use, and then just slip gold into it. G, C, and it's deck gold now. So right there. Oh, I have 2 deck golds going on there. I'm not sure what that's all about, but oh, okay, it's in October. Okay, let's see what that does. We'll let that cook for a little bit. And so let's see now. Where are we? Let's jump back to. Let's try it over here in J4X just for the fun of it. Let's go say. Let's go to a 3-minute or a 5-minute. Let's see what a 5-minute looks like in that thing. Oh, it broke down there nice and gave us a little sell signal that did a nice job. What time frame are you using, MHB? Yeah, Stokes. Isn't that a funny name too? STOXX. I think that's always cool when they do stuff like that. Okay. Gold is filling in with our math. Let's see. It'll be interesting to see when this thing fills in. Maybe we do this. We'll go very short term on it because I think that's going back like 10 days. Let's just go with 1 day and see what happens. There we go. And now you can see our short term right here. Nice buy there. Nice sell there. Nice buy there. It's got some nice continuity to it. Look at that nice short there. And the head fake. And gave you a good short signal there. So that's using our work. 30-minute. Let's go take a look at 30-minute. We'll do it on J4X first. And then we'll do it on our work. Interesting action. You see here, it busts through that line there, and then busts through that line there, and you get your strength. You see here, it breaks through this line here with the red bars, and it's a continuity of selling. Same thing here, it busts through it, some good buying. That was good buying. This is a very weak sell, but it was a sell. Let's see what's going on there. Let's make it 3 days. See if it'll fill in after 3 days. Establishing a connection. Okay. And we're not seeing what the 30-minute looks like on this yet. All right. Now, let's just double check. Okay. I see what's going on there. Let's minimize that. And let's see, let's kill that. Close. And it'll do it. Should fill in now. And let's close that one. There we are. Maybe now it'll fill in. Let's do a Control R again. Control R. Cancel. Okay. All right, that's some good action there going with the gold. You got, you know what they always say, you got to, let's see, on Forex select gold. J4X. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't have gold in there, do I? Duh. There we are. Here it comes. Interesting. That's a little bit slower, not bad. A little tougher here. That breakdown makes sense. Goes down and bounces off of that. That's interesting. And lifts back up and goes through. That's cool. And breaks down. This really is emulating in the minute chart very well. And then why am I not getting 30 minutes on a simple chart? Let's see. 30 minutes, 2 days. Let's see what happens then. Still says it's establishing a connection. I'm going to close that even. Just keep on closing things until it allows it to happen. Now, why was it allowing me to do it in a tick chart, but it wasn't allowing me to do it? Let's see, 3, 3, 6. Let's go back to that again. So it does it there. I'm able to see it there. Let's see if I can do this. Let's bring this up a little bit more. Let's move that over more, like that, maybe. You can see that weakness there. It does it there. But that's a top. I guess that's the top right there. So that's like, what time is that? That's at 9:23. And this is at 23, 22. That must be the top there. Oh, okay, yes, that's what it is. That's that top right there in our work. That's what that is. And then that's the bottom of that move there. Now that's curious. And then I can't get this thing to align in a minute chart. I want to see what it looks like in a 30-minute chart. All right. Oh, it's time to go. All right, traders. I hope I answered everybody's questions. Let's see. I'm just double checking. And see you all on Monday. Everybody have a safe and smart weekend. And we will see you on the flip side Monday. So this is, and welcome, JB. Welcome to the party. And who else was here today besides, let's see, MHB was here. And we had, did we have Stefan? Yeah, we had Stefan. I haven't seen Stefan in a while. And that's cool. And Rokos, that's right. Thank you. Juicy. Juicy helped out. All right. This is Doc from North America saying arrivederci. We will catch you on the flip side. So, happy trails to you until you meet again. And I meet again. So, happy trails to you